Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? Street Trading coming at you with the week's trade recap for the 7th through the 11th of February 2022, and we're looking at an hourly chart here of SPY. Let's get into it. So, yeah, it's fair to say there's kind of an eventful week in the markets, to say the least. Started out pretty flat. Had a little bit of bull love on Wednesday's session, and we started to see that pain Thursday, and then good night Friday. This type of market, broad market risk, systematic risk, you're talking about obviously the rate hikes. I mean, that's obviously the top chatter. But you also couple that with the Russian-Ukraine possible war chatter, and that's going to obviously put pressure, uncertainty. That being said, guys, you do know how, well, you should know by now if you follow us long enough, how the market operates, how it flows, the emotion, the fear and greed, right? And, these types of over-exaggerated moves to the upside or to the downside, and obviously we're talking about the downside here, are designed to invoke that emotion, that holy shit I gotta get out, or holy shit I gotta buy. In this case, it's the I gotta get out. Therefore, speeding up the downward pressure, selling pressure. Now, technicals get thrown out the window. That being said, you got the 200-day on the daily, in SPY getting pretty much tested right now. So it's a pretty key level, as you guys know, for buyers. So wouldn't be too surprised we pierce it and then have a very solid spring trap to the upside. That's what we see. Obviously the second half of last week's session was just overblown in our opinion. And again, you may have a little bit more on Monday. Let the dust, shake it out, the last bit of guys that are holding with some decent sized rocks, if you guys know what I mean. It was a very interesting week. Positions that were holding obviously for bigger moves, you had to trim them off, and this definitely gives some nice opportunity to add. However, we are not advocates of adding to losing positions at all. If you want to add, wait till you at least get the break even to add if you're looking for more of a long-term play, which we are in a couple, which we're going to talk about here. So we trimmed off a couple, sitting on a couple, and we'll talk about that shortly. But that being said, you have to understand overall how the market reacts and where prices are headed when certain things like this are unfolding. And we're talking about the Ukraine, the Russia, and the rate hike is not really. We just think that's just thrown in the headlines. It's the big question mark is the Russian situation. But I think the rumors were worse than what the reality is going to be, in our opinion. So anyway, let's get into this past week's session. It's not going to be very much of big review here because we pretty much been swinging this week. So we'll talk about some adding and some profit taking we had on a number of our positions. So anyway, let's get into a couple on the dailies as well. But anyway, let's get into overall market performance for this past week. Let's go.